God says you must stop this as soon as possible. This is about the home you are living in. God is trying to reach you. 5 minutes left. Please open this message quickly before 11 p. My child, stop scrolling. If you skip this now, you will miss something heaven had been waiting to tell you. There is something sacred tied to where you live, and I need you to hear this with an open heart. This is not just a place where you sleep past time. This is not just walls, windows, furniture, or familiar rooms. This space is connected to your peace, your safety, your future, and your purpose. It is meant to be a place where you are restored, not drained, where you are strengthened, not weighed down. And right now, something is pressing on it in a way I cannot allow to continue. You are meant to hear this, and this moment is not random. The urgency you feel is not fear. It is love calling your attention. There are only a few minutes left, and I am asking you gently but firmly not to turn away. What you are about to hear may be the very moment your soul has been longing for without knowing how to ask for it. Please comment Amen right now if your heart feels even the smallest pull of truth. That simple response is not about performance. It is about alignment. It is a quiet way of saying, God, I am listening. The house you are living in is not just a building. It is a space where my presence desires to dwell. It is meant to carry peace, clarity, rest, and safety. But something has been happening there, slowly and quietly. A habit, a pattern, a cycle, something that seemed small at first has been allowed to remain. Over time, it has begun to push my presence aside. You have felt it. You notice the heaviness that comes and goes. You sense confusion that didn't seem to have a clear cause. You felt tension rise suddenly, even on days that should have been calm. That is not coincidence. That is me trying to get your attention before things go any further. I want you to see what is happening clearly, not with fear, but with understanding. You must stop this, not tomorrow, not someday. The time is now. This is not a threat meant to frighten you. This is a rescue meant to protect you. Something has been allowed in through words, through actions, through what has gone unchecked or ignored. It has weakened the covering I placed over your home. That protection, that sense of peace and safety, cannot fully remain where my spirit is being crowded out. Your home was meant to be a refuge, a place of rest and healing, not a quiet battleground filled with unseen pressure. But compromise has crept in, little by little. Now I am asking you to choose. You must stop this, because I do not want you to lose the peace you have been praying for. I have seen you cry quietly when no one else knew. I have heard the prayers you whispered when your voice felt too tired to speak out loud. You wondered if I heard you. Yes, I did. I am here. I have not left you. But the atmosphere of your home has been shifting, and you noticed it even if you couldn't explain it. The arguments that start over small things, the fear that rises without warning, the silence that feels heavy instead of calm, the distance that shows up even when everyone is sitting in the same room. These are signs. I never designed your home to carry this weight, but some things have been allowed to stay that must now be removed. This is not about punishment. This is about protection. If you believe this moment is for you, comment 1. Let that be your way of saying, God, I receive what you are saying. Do not underestimate the power of your environment. What you allow into your home affects your spirit more than you realize. The shows you watch, the words spoken casually, the music playing while you work or sleep, the conversations you tolerate, all of it brings something with it. Some things bring peace. Some things bring unrest. You have felt that unrest, and it is not because you are weak or broken. It is because your spirit is still sensitive enough to notice when my presence is being pushed aside. That sensitivity is a gift, not a flaw. That is why I am speaking to you now. I want to restore my presence in your home. I want peace to fill the rooms again. I want your sleep to be deep and undisturbed. I want your family to reconnect without tension. I want your thoughts to slow down instead of racing late at night. But for that to happen, something must change. You must stop letting spiritual toxins flow into the place where your miracles are meant to grow. You cannot pray for breakthrough while allowing chaos to remain. Light and darkness cannot share the same space. I am calling you to cleanse the atmosphere. That may mean removing things that no longer belong. Turning off voices that confuse and drain you. Saying no to what feeds anxiety, fear, or anger. Inviting me back into the center of your home and your routines. This is not just about objects or habits. It is about your heart. Have you honored me in your home? Have you invited me into your daily life there, into the quiet moments, into the hard conversations, into the spaces where you rest? Or have you slowly pushed me aside without meaning to? My child, I am not angry with you. I am fighting for you. You are still loved. You are still chosen. You are still under my care. But I need your cooperation. You must stop what is breaking your own peace. You think the battle is only in your thoughts, but it began in the atmosphere around you. You think you are exhausted only because of work or responsibility, but some of that tiredness is spiritual. The pressure you feel has been hiding in plain sight. The arguments, the delays, the sudden misunderstandings, they are not always just natural issues. Your home became an open doorway, and I want to close every door that should never have been open. But I need your yes. I need your obedience. I need your willingness to let me reclaim what belongs to me. You are not losing your mind. You are waking up. This is not a sign that I am leaving you. It is a sign that I am preparing you. I am about to pour out something greater, and your home needs to be ready to receive it. The clutter must go. The chaos must bow. The distractions must leave. This is about more than just getting by. This is about your assignment, your future, and those connected to you. I will never force my way in. I knock. I wait. I speak softly. But when you invite me, I will fill that space with peace again. I will protect your children. I will guard your nights. I will restore what was taken. But you must stop ignoring what you feel inside. Stop brushing it off. Stop calling it nothing when your spirit knows it is something. Stop silencing conviction. What you feel is not imagination. It is awareness. You were never meant to be numb to it. That is why you feel it so strongly. What secret did the FBI hide about your brain and money? They discovered a phrase just 9 words long that flips a switch in your mind to attract wealth without effort. It has already changed the lives of thousands of people in just weeks. If you are seeing this, it is not by chance. The page may disappear at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it is deleted forever. I want you to take back your territory. You are not just living in your home, you carry authority there. What you allow will stay. What you stand against must leave. Speak my name in your space. There is power in the name of Jesus. Darkness cannot stand against it. Walk through your home and invite me back into every room. You have been asking for clarity. This is it. You have been waiting for confirmation. This is it. You asked me to speak clearly, and I am speaking now. Your home is not beyond healing. Your peace is not permanently gone. Your family is not too far away, but it begins with obedience. Stop pretending everything is fine when your heart has been unsettled. Blessings are ready. Answers are waiting. Breakthrough is near, but it needs space to land. Clear the way. Let go of what does not belong. Make room for peace again. If this message touched even a small part of you, take a moment to like this video. Let that be your way of saying, God, I hear you. I want you to understand how serious this is, not to scare you, but to protect you. When chaos is allowed to stay, it gains strength. When conviction is ignored, confusion grows. But hear me clearly, you are not powerless. I gave you authority in your voice. I placed responsibility and protection in your hands. You do not have to live with what I never assigned to you, but you must stop agreeing with the lie that nothing can change. This house is holy ground, not because of what it is made of, but because I want to meet you there. When you come home, I want you to feel peace. When you rest, I want you to feel safe. When you cry, I want my presence to surround you. But you must open the door to me and close it to what does not belong. Please comment 222 if you trust that I am speaking to you right now. Do not fear what needs to leave. Sometimes the hardest choices bring the greatest peace. It may feel uncomfortable to stop what has become familiar. It may be painful to face what you have tolerated, but what I will give you in return is far greater. You will exchange heaviness for peace, confusion for clarity, fear for freedom. I am not asking you to do this alone. I am asking you to let me help you. There are things in your home that carry emotional and spiritual weight. Words spoken in anger, items tied to painful memories, habits formed in survival seasons. I want to cleanse that space deeply, not just on the surface. Until the atmosphere shifts, the blessings you are praying for will keep meeting resistance. I want to remove that resistance. You asked me for a new beginning. I heard you. But new things require change. It begins where you live. If your home is unsettled, your mind will stay restless. You will keep searching outside for peace I want to build within. I see the nights you lie awake, staring at the ceiling. I see the sudden sadness that appears without warning. I see the pressure you cannot explain. That is spiritual pressure, and I am lifting it now. But you must stop ignoring my voice. Every time you pretend you don't feel it, every time you act like the stirring inside you isn't real, the pressure grows heavier and harder to bear. I did not create you to carry burdens I already died to destroy. I am here waiting to help you, but you have to let me in. Let me walk with you through every room of your home with your heart wide open. Some of you might be thinking, but I don't know where to start. I'm not even sure what to do first. That's okay. Start by turning down the noise of everything that isn't me. That show you keep watching that fills you with worry or confusion, turn it off. That kind of music that brings back wounds or memories you thought you had buried long ago, change it. That drawer or that box, full of things you don't need anymore, but keep as a link to the past, empty it. That relationship that drains your spirit, every time the person steps through your door, pray, and listen for my guidance about what to do. It won't always be easy, but I promise it will be holy, and it will bring healing. To those of you who feel guilt right now, I want you to know I am not here to shame you. I didn't come to make you feel small or unworthy. I came to restore you. Guilt is a voice of the enemy, trying to tell you that you don't deserve peace or love. But I say to you now, you are loved deeply. You are seen clearly. Your home is still redeemable. No mess, no matter how big, is too big for my spirit to enter. I have entered tombs and brought life. I have walked through storms and brought calm. I have touched the untouchable and healed the broken. I am not afraid of your mess, but I need your yes. Let this night mark a new beginning. Don't let the clock strike another hour without you making a choice. Invite me in. Speak my name in every room of your house. Declare out loud that this house belongs to the Lord. Then begin the walk of faith with me. Start asking me what needs to be removed, what should stay, what to invite in, and what to rebuke. I will guide you every step of the way. You are not alone in this. I have protected your home from dangers you never even saw. I have shielded your family from attacks and hidden plans meant to harm you because someone in your home still called on my name. Do not underestimate the power of choosing me again. The enemy has no authority where I reign. Your home can be filled with light once more. Laughter can return to your rooms. Unity can grow between your family members. Sleep can become sweet and peaceful again, but you must stop agreeing with what drains your spirit and steals your joy. A neuroscientist recently said, yes, a 9-word phrase hidden in government files can activate an ancient brainwave that draws money in faster. This breakthrough is already facing legal pressure and could disappear at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it's gone forever. You were never meant to survive day by day, dragging your feet from one room to the next, feeling tired and defeated. You are made to live fully, abundantly, to feel safe, seen, and strong. That abundant life starts with reclaiming the ground beneath your feet. I gave you that space as a gift. Now give it back to me as an offering. The silence in your home that feels too loud, the anxiety that spikes in the quiet of the night, the tension that shows up in the smallest disagreements or the shortest conversations, these are not random. These are not just human flaws or bad luck. These are spiritual signals telling you something has been allowed to stay that was never meant to dwell there. I have been gently nudging you, waking your spirit when something felt wrong or off. But now I speak plainly. You must stop this. I want your home back. If your heart feels this pull, comment 333 as a way to declare your faith today. Do not be afraid of what I am asking you to do. I will never take away anything from you that brings you true peace. But I will ask you to let go of the things that seem harmless but slowly drain your soul. That relationship that leaves you empty after every phone call. That object from the past you kept to remember, but which holds a dark spiritual tie you don't fully see. That habit of scrolling endlessly on your phone while your Bible collects dust on the table. My child, I am not here to condemn you. I am here to cleanse and restore. I want your home to breathe again. You have been weary because the atmosphere in your space is carrying battles that were never yours to fight alone. I see how hard you try. I see the moments you've prayed for peace in one room while pain grows in another. But what if I told you that just one act of obedience could turn the tide? What if the breakthrough you have been waiting for begins the moment you walk through your home and speak my name with boldness again? You have more authority than you realize. You don't need special training or someone else to come and do this for you. I have already placed my spirit within you. All you need is the willingness to say, Lord, have your way here. You can take back your space. The walls in your home that have echoed pain can echo praise once more. The floors that have carried silent grief can carry the footsteps of joy again. This is not a fantasy. This is my promise to you. It starts with a choice. Will you let me in? Will you hand me the keys to the rooms you've kept locked for too long? That closet you never open? That room that feels heavy whenever you pass by? That corner of your home you avoid without even knowing why? Yes, I see all of it, and still, I want to dwell there. I want to pour light into every dark, hidden space. I want my peace to become the very air you breathe when you walk through your front door. Do not underestimate the power of changing the spiritual atmosphere of your home. You are not just creating peace for yourself, you are setting a tone for generations to come. Your children, even if they are still small, feel the atmosphere you create. The enemy has tried to confuse them, discourage them, and divide your family by planting seeds of bitterness and resentment. But if you say yes to me, I will tear down those roots of pain and plant something new, something lasting, something eternal. I want to make your home a place of healing. I want worship to rise naturally again. I want prayer to feel alive and meaningful, not forced or rushed. I want your mornings to start with clarity and purpose, not dread or anxiety. I want your nights to be filled with deep rest so that you wake up refreshed and hopeful. This is not far from you. You don't have to move to a new place to find this peace. You just have to make room for me where you already are. You might be thinking, I have made so many mistakes. How can I turn things around now? Let me tell you something that cannot be undone, my love for you. I have seen every mistake. I have seen every time you allowed things into your home that did not honor me, but I never withdrew my love. I have waited patiently, knocking gently on your heart, and now I am speaking clearly. This is your moment. You must stop what has been hurting my spirit and start letting me rebuild what has been broken. If you are ready for God to move powerfully in your home, comment 555. I do not just want to fix one moment or one problem. I want to bless the foundation. When I am welcomed back in, I begin to rearrange things that seemed stuck for years. Relationships that were broken start to heal. Finances begin to align in unexpected ways. The mental torment and heavy thoughts begin to loosen their grip. The burden you have been carrying starts to lift. I am not a visitor in your life. I am your Father. I desire to live with you, not just for a season, but for the rest of your days. This is not only about your physical house. It is also about your spiritual house, your body, your heart, your mind. This is your home too, and I want to make my home there. That is why I have been drawing your attention to what you have allowed in, not to shame you, but to protect you. You are too precious to me to live with poison in your spirit. Let me cleanse you. Let me heal you deeply from the inside out. You have tried to fix things on your own. You have rearranged furniture, lit candles, changed routines. But what you need is deeper than surface-level changes. You need me. Invite my Spirit to dwell fully in your life, not only in prayer moments, but in every corner of your heart and home. Let me walk with you through the hallways of your past and open the doors to your future. Let me be the guard at your front door and the peace in your living room. Let me be the one who calms arguments before they start, who comforts you when the world is too loud, and who holds you when no one else understands. Could it be that your brain is the reason you are still struggling financially? Scientists have confirmed that a 9-word sentence buried deep in your subconscious may be blocking money from coming to you. But now you can change that, say these 9 words, and wealth will begin to follow you starting today. But this secret is under threat of being removed any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears forever. This is the hour you cannot afford to delay. Every moment you postpone this obedience is a moment the enemy continues to steal what belongs to you: joy, peace, rest, and clarity. I gave these to you freely, but they cannot thrive in a space filled with spiritual clutter. You have the authority to clean it out. You have the power to change your home's atmosphere. I am with you, and I will not let you do this alone. You might wonder why this matters so much. It matters because the space where you live is the space where your spirit rests. If your surroundings are filled with confusion, chaos, or darkness, your spirit carries that weight. Your prayers will feel dry, your joy will be harder to hold, and your mind will become a battlefield. Yet the very place where you should find rest becomes the source of unrest. I never designed it to be that way. I want to change that. Let me remind you who I am. I am a God of order. Wherever I go, peace follows. Wherever I dwell, light fills the room. If your home has been lacking peace, if joy has been hard to find, then I am asking you today, will you let me cleanse it, not just with words, but with actions? You must stop allowing certain things to continue. You must stop welcoming what robs your peace. You must stop tolerating what you were created to cast out. If your heart is ready to say yes, comment 1212. If you feel God is calling you to change the atmosphere in your home right now, then there are small things you might not have noticed that seem harmless but actually carry a lot of weight. It might be the music you listen to that sounds catchy but has hidden messages of fear, rebellion, or lust. It might be the TV shows or movies you watch that glorify dark things and bring negative energy into your space. It could be the conversations you often hear or take part in that always go around bitterness, offense, or anger. These things might not seem dangerous on the surface, but they create an open door for confusion, anxiety, and heaviness to settle in your spirit and in your home. The enemy doesn't need a open gate to come in. Just a tiny crack is enough. And today, I am asking you to close those cracks. You have been chosen and anointed to be the gatekeeper of your home. What you allow in your home has the power either to bless your family or to break it apart. I have given you the gift of discernment. Even if sometimes you doubted your feelings or thoughts, you've known deep inside when something isn't right. Maybe you turned off a movie halfway because it disturbed you. Maybe you had a phone call that left you feeling uneasy or unsettled. Maybe there's an object in your home that makes you feel unsure, even if you can't explain why. All of these moments were me speaking to your heart, trying to warn you. You don't have to understand every detail right now. You don't need to figure it all out. All I need from you is obedience. When you say yes to what I ask, blessings will begin to flow into your life, healing, provision, and restoration. But these blessings need a clean and ready space to land. They cannot come into a place filled with confusion, noise, or spiritual heaviness. I want to speak clearly to you, but if the noise from the world is louder in your home than my voice, then you won't hear me. That's why I am calling you to take action now. This is not about judging you. It is about preparing you. I am getting you ready for something great, and it all starts in the place where you spend most of your time, your home. You have prayed for peace. You have asked me to fix things, and you have wanted change, but maybe you didn't know where to start. Start here. Walk through every room of your house. Speak my name out loud. Claim the atmosphere for me. Tell every spirit that is not from me that it must leave. You don't need any special tools or training. All you need is faith and your voice. That's it. You have the authority I gave you. When you speak in agreement with me, the enemy has no choice but to run away. If you feel ready to take back your home and make it a place where God is welcome and darkness cannot stay, comment 777. There is freedom waiting on the other side of your yes. There is a fresh new beginning coming that will make your house feel alive and new again. There is a powerful wind of my spirit that will blow through your hallways and bring clarity where there was confusion, light where there was darkness, and rest where there was torment. This is not just a dream or wishful thinking. This is your true inheritance as my child. I don't want to just visit you sometimes. I want to live with you. I want to be part of your everyday moments. When you cook, I want to bring joy into your kitchen. When you wake up in the morning, I want to speak peace into your heart. When you go to sleep, I want to guard your rest. But I cannot live where I am pushed aside. I will never force my presence. I wait patiently to be invited in. I wait to be honored and welcomed. And when I am, everything changes. The spiritual world is real. What you allow into your home creates an atmosphere that either draws me close or pushes me away. That's why I said you must stop what you have been doing. It's not punishment, it's love, because I see what is trying to come against you. I see what has been slowly draining your strength and joy. I see how the enemy has tried to wear you down by attacking the very place where you were supposed to be safe, your home. And I will not just stand by and watch. I am stepping in right now. I am giving you a chance to change things before more is taken from you. You are not alone. I will walk with you through every change you decide to make. I will give you wisdom when you need it. I will give you clarity when you ask what should go. I will confirm the right decisions. And I will give you courage when it feels hard or scary. As you do this, you will start to feel the shift. You will feel peace growing in your heart and in your home. You will feel the heaviness lift, and others will notice the difference too. People who come into your home will sense something new, something good. Not because of the way your house looks or the decorations you have, but because my presence will be resting there. The enemy's greatest fear is a home that honors me. Because a home that honors me becomes a place where miracles happen, and that is what I want for you. I want to bring healing, breakthrough, restoration, and real joy into your life, but it all must start with your yes. This moment is yours. This is not only about tonight. It's about the days ahead, the future you are building, and the generations watching what you do. You might not realize it, but your obedience today plants seeds for your children, your family, and even for people you have never met. One choice to make your home a place of peace can change everything. So, will you do it? Why did 19, 583 people suddenly become financially free last month. They all found a strange sentence made of just 9 words, hidden inside neuroscience research and once kept secret by the FBI. Now, these people are paying off debt, traveling the world, and living in homes they never thought they could afford. If you're seeing this, consider yourself lucky, because this page might disappear at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it's deleted forever. That feeling of uneasiness in your spirit, that sense that something is wrong, it's not your imagination. It's not just being tired or stressed. It's discernment. It's my spirit inside you trying to tell you that the place where you live is no longer aligned with my presence like it used to be. Maybe it happened slowly, a few compromises here and there, a few small doors you didn't notice left open, but now the atmosphere feels heavy and different. Deep down, you know it. That's why I am not just speaking softly. I am pleading with you. You must stop what has been causing me grief and start welcoming me back again, not just into your life, but into your home. If you believe this message is for you and you want to invite God fully back into your space, please comment 999. You're not crazy for feeling like the air around you has changed. You're not weak for wanting to move away from certain things. Actually, that sensitivity is a gift. It means your spirit is still awake. It means your spirit is still connected to mine. Don't silence that voice inside you. Don't ignore it. That feeling you get when you walk into a certain room or after a certain person leaves, or when a specific song or TV show plays, that is me letting you know something is wrong. I never meant for you to get used to chaos or tension. I want you to live in my peace. You might have tried to make your home peaceful on the outside by cleaning, decorating, lighting candles, or rearranging furniture. But if the unrest remains, that's because true peace is not about what you see. It's about what you allow inside your home. If your space is filled with voices, words, and images that do not reflect my heart, then peace cannot stay there for long. My presence cannot dwell where rebellion is welcomed. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being willing to surrender. If you want to change the atmosphere, it's not just about removing the bad things. It's about replacing them with good things. Replace the noise with worship. Replace the clutter with prayer. Replace the darkness with my light. Open your windows and say my name out loud. Walk through your rooms with purpose. If you want, anoint your doorways. Declare that this home belongs to me, and I promise that anything hiding in the shadows will have to leave. My light exposes everything. My name makes evil spirits run away. Don't be afraid of what you might discover. I will guide you through every step. I will show you what must change. I will whisper to you when you pray and speak clearly when you ask. I will confirm what you already sense deep inside. You won't be doing this alone or blindly. You will be walking with me, and with each step you will feel lighter. You will feel more at peace than you have in months, not because your walls look different, but because my presence will fill your home again. If you are ready for God to move through every room of your house and restore what was lost, comment 1. The enemy wants you to believe that this is just how life has to be, that homes are supposed to be full of tension and stress, that families should be disconnected, and that restless sleep is normal. But I say no, where my spirit is, there is peace. I give rest to the weary and strength to the broken. Your home can be filled with joy again. Laughter can return. Trust can be rebuilt. The coldness and distance can melt away. But it all starts with your obedience. You might not be able to control every person who walks through your door, but you can choose what you allow to stay in your home. You have authority. When I gave you this home, I gave you spiritual ownership. It's not just a place you live. It's a place you rule, and what you allow will remain. What you reject must leave. Stop thinking you have no power. You are filled with my spirit, and wherever you speak my name, the enemy cannot stay. You've cried out to me, asking for a sign, and here it is. Not a loud voice from a mountain or thunder from the clouds, but a quiet whisper in your heart, a message in your hands, a divine moment interrupting your day. I am reaching you now because time is short. Something is trying to take root in your home, and if it grows deeper, it will be harder to remove, but I will help you. Nothing is too deep for me to tear out. Nothing is too broken for me to restore. I don't just want to fix what's wrong. I want to rebuild what's missing. I want to pour out fresh oil over your household. I want your rooms to echo with worship. I want your family to be united in love. I want every person who comes into your home to feel my presence so strongly that they don't want to leave. But for all this to happen, you must take the first step. You must clear the space, go through your home with me, open every drawer, every cabinet, every forgotten corner. Ask me what needs to go, and I will show you. I will give you peace as you let go. I will give you joy as you make room for me. You will not miss what you remove. You will not regret your obedience. The moment you say yes, I will begin to fill your home with a peace you haven't felt in a long time. Don't wait until everything falls apart. Don't wait until the damage is too great. Right now is your moment. Right now is when the shift begins. You prayed for peace. You cried for rest. You begged for clarity. I am answering you. Will you listen? I'm not speaking to a crowd. I'm speaking to you. This is personal. I know where you live. I know your heart. I know the battles nobody else sees. And I'm telling you, this is the door. Walk through it. Some of the things troubling your spirit didn't come from you. They came quietly through the doors you allowed to stay open, through the things you thought didn't matter, or the habits you didn't realize carried weight. That's how the enemy works, subtle, quiet, harmless on the surface. But I see deeper. I've been warning you. That discomfort you feel when certain words are spoken. That unease when something plays on your screen. That heaviness when someone walks in your door, don't ignore it. It's not just in your head, it's spiritual. It's me showing you your home needs cleansing, and I'm here to walk you through it. Could a 9-word ritual really be your key to financial freedom? What sounds like a story or fiction is now being confirmed by science. Harvard researchers and FBA documents point to a hidden brain center that, when activated, naturally draws abundance to you. This 9-word prayer has helped over 19 people who were struggling financially to attract wealth and live a life full of abundance. Many of these people were once broke, facing hard times, unsure of how to pay their bills, worried about their future. But this simple prayer has changed everything for them. However, this secret won't be available online for much longer. If you want to get access to it before it disappears forever, click the description and comments now. You don't need to be afraid of the darkness that might have been around you or in your home. Darkness only has power in places where my name is quiet and not spoken. But when you speak my name, Jesus, everything changes immediately. What was once hidden in the shadows gets uncovered and exposed. What seemed strong and unbreakable begins to fall apart. What felt heavy and hard to carry starts to lift from your spirit. I have given power to your mouth and your voice. You don't have to yell or shout. You just need to speak with faith and confidence. You are not speaking to empty air or to nothing. You are commanding the spiritual atmosphere with the authority I have given to you. If you believe your home is about to be filled with God's peace again, please comment 1515. There is no place too far gone for me to enter. There is no family too broken for me to heal. There is no house too dark for my light to shine in. All I need is your yes. You might feel like you are not good enough. You may think your past mistakes have disqualified you, but none of that can stop me. I am an expert at entering broken places and turning them into holy sanctuaries. What the world sees as ordinary, I call holy, and what others have given up on, I walk into with compassion and love. I am not afraid of the mess you think your life or your home is in. I am not asking you to have everything together or be perfect. I am simply asking you to let me in. There is a reason why this message is urgent, and that is because time is moving fast. What has been hidden in the corners of your home has already started to affect your mind, your rest, and your relationships. It is not a coincidence that fights seem to happen more often for no clear reason. It's not random that anxiety rises when you are alone. It is not normal for certain rooms to feel cold and uncomfortable even when the heater is on. These things are signs, and I am speaking clearly now because I love you too much to let this continue. This home of yours is a place I want to bless. I want to walk through its halls. I want to fill it with laughter and joy again. I want to make it a place of rest, not only for you but also for my presence, a safe place where your soul can breathe, a refuge where you find strength, a well of peace that never runs dry, and it can become that place again. But it all begins when you start to remove the things that have taken my place. Go slowly, but go boldly. Ask me to walk with you as you go through each room. Ask me to show you what is causing unrest and trouble in your home. I will reveal it to you, that object that feels strange or uncomfortable, that playlist of songs that stirs up emotions you have been trying to heal from, that habit you have been excusing or ignoring for years, that influence or distraction that keeps pulling your attention away from me. I will show you what needs to be removed, and when you obey and remove it, you will feel it. You will notice the shift. You will feel the heavy weight lifting from your spirit. Peace will rush in like a strong wind, and you will know that I am with you. If you are ready to walk boldly in the power God has given you and to remove everything that does not belong, please comment 1717. This is not just about removing things that bring darkness. It's about restoring what you have lost. You have forgotten what it feels like to sit in silence and feel peace inside. You have forgotten the joy of waking up in the morning filled with hope instead of fear or worry. You have gotten used to living under pressure, tension, and stress, but I never meant for you to carry that burden. The pressure you feel does not come from me. It is the weight of a spiritual battle that has been fought around you in your home for too long, and you have not been fully aware of it until now. But now you know, and now you can act. As you move through this process, remember, I am not watching from a distance. I am right there beside you. When you speak my name, I am present. When you pray in your hallway or any room, I am standing with you. When you sing praises even softly, the angels respond and heaven fills the room. I have been longing for this moment when you and I work together to take back the ground that has always been meant to be holy and set apart for me. Don't think your home is too small or unimportant for me. There are no places that are insignificant when I am invited. Even the smallest room becomes sacred when my spirit is welcomed there. I will meet you in the quiet corners of your home. I will sit with you in your pain and sadness. I will break off what has tormented you in silence. I will pour out peace that no storm can shake or remove. But this is a partnership between you and me. I need your action. I need your yes. You might face resistance. Not everyone will understand why you are making these changes. Some people may mock you for obeying me. Others may try to convince you that you are overreacting or being too sensitive. But you must remember, they don't hear what you hear. They don't see what I have shown you. This is your calling. This is your breakthrough moment, and what starts in your home will overflow into every other part of your life. The obedience you choose today will protect you and your family tomorrow. The boldness you show in clearing out what doesn't belong will make space for blessings you haven't even dreamed of yet. I see what is coming for you. You have prayed for breakthrough, for answers, for healing. But it all begins here with your home, with your heart, and with your willingness to surrender to me. I will do the rest. This is your chance to say, God, take over, not just in words, but in action. And when you do, I will come like a flood, not to overwhelm or drown you, but to wash you clean, to renew your spirit, to fill your home, and to protect your family. You may have let things linger for a while, not because you wanted to disobey me, but because you felt overwhelmed. You thought, it's not that serious, or I can handle this on my own. But slowly, the peace in your home began to fade. Arguments started happening more often. Fear crept in at night when you should have been safe. Relationships that once felt secure are now tense and fragile. This is not a coincidence. This is a spiritual shift, and I am showing you how to take back your ground. This is the moment you stop allowing what is not from me to stay in a place I called holy. The reason you feel like you cannot rest is because my spirit is being grieved and pushed away in your home. But I have not left you. I have stayed close. I have waited patiently for you. And now I am knocking on your door again, asking to come in not as a visitor, but as your Lord. Not for a moment, but for the long term. Let me be more than a part of your life. Let me be your foundation, your protector, your atmosphere, and your peace. If your heart knows this message is for you and you are ready to let me in fully, please comment Amen. What do brain surgeons and billionaires know that you don't? This 9-word money code, once kept secret for the rich and powerful, is now being shared with everyday people, and the results are incredible. People are experiencing sudden cash windfalls, clearing debts they thought would never go away, and losing lifelong stress about money. But the government might remove this secret any minute now. If you want to know it before it's deleted forever, click the link in the description and comments now. You may not realize this, but your obedience right now is going to unlock something far bigger than you expect. There are blessings that have been delayed, not because I didn't want to give them to you, but because your environment wasn't ready to hold them. I cannot pour new wine into an old worn-out wineskin. You have been asking me for answers, for clarity, and for open doors, but I cannot bless a place that is filled with spiritual compromise and darkness. When you make room for me and cleanse what has been invited in without careful thought, everything begins to change. Not slowly, but immediately. I want you to start walking through your home with a new purpose. Don't just clean the surfaces or tidy up the clutter. Clean the spiritual atmosphere. Speak my name out loud. Declare that no spirit, no dark presence, no negative energy that is not from me has permission to stay in your home. Open the windows and let fresh light in. Let praise and worship rise from your lips, even if your voice shakes or feels weak. You don't have to be loud. You just have to be faithful. There is power in your voice when it speaks my truth. There is protection around you when you call on my name. Some of the battles you are facing didn't even start with you. They entered your family generations before you were born, but you have been chosen to stop them. The anger that seems to follow your family, the fear that rises suddenly, the sadness that lingers, these are not normal or just part of life. They are a spiritual assignment, and it ends with you. When you open your mouth to pray, when you anoint your space, when you turn on worship music and turn off things that grieve my spirit, you are tearing down strongholds that have been there for years. You may be the first person in your family line to choose me with this kind of boldness. Because of your choice, future generations will live in peace and freedom. If you are ready to break the chains that have been passed down and restore what the enemy tried to destroy, please comment 222. I will help you. You don't have to do this alone. When you take one step forward, I take 10 steps with you. When you make one change, I send angels to fill the room. When you say yes, I bring strength to your spirit. You don't need to know everything to begin. You only need to start. I will meet you in the middle. I will show you what needs to go and what needs to stay. Maybe you have never done this before, and that is okay. I will teach you. Just keep saying yes. I don't want you to live in fear. This message is not about being afraid of what has happened or what you see. It is about realizing what is possible when you let me take control. You have been trying to feel safe in your own home. You have been searching for clarity in your confusion. But you don't need to try harder or work more. You need more of me. Let me fill your home with light again. Let me rebuild the joy you have lost. Let me remind you what real rest feels like. There are blessings waiting right outside your door, ready to come in. They have been delayed, not denied. Your yes today will open the door to them. Miracles are waiting for your obedience. Healing is waiting for your surrender. Clarity is waiting for your quiet heart. When you make space for my Spirit, what you have been praying for begins to come, not because you earned it, but because you finally made room for me to release it. You have tolerated too much noise for too long. The voices of fear, confusion, and distraction have filled your space, but now you are ready to clear it out and welcome in what I have for you. But my voice is still and strong, and it only takes one quiet moment of stillness for you to hear me clearly again. The world around you can be loud, noisy, and full of distractions, but if you turn down that volume, if you silence all the chaos inside and outside of you, I will speak again. I have never stopped speaking to you, but now your heart will hear me like it did in the past, when you were more connected, more open, and more at peace. This is not just a passing feeling or a moment of emotion that will fade. This is a sacred invitation, a divine reset for your life, and a heavenly call to bring everything back into alignment. If you choose to ignore this call, you might continue to walk in the same tiring cycles that drain your energy and spirit, leaving you feeling stuck and worn out. But if you respond to this call, you will step into a season of peace so deep and real that others around you will notice and wonder what has changed in you. They may not understand that it all started with one simple decision, a quiet and private yes that you gave to me, a yes made deep in your heart. Your home is sacred, a holy place, and your presence there is powerful. Choices you make and your willingness to obey what I ask of you make all the difference. You don't need to have fancy words or perfect prayers. You don't need to be flawless or have it all together. All you need to do is open the door of your heart and your home, and I will take care of the rest. You're not just fixing or cleaning a house. You are breaking chains that have held you down for too long. You are resetting the foundation of your life, starting fresh from the ground up. When you say yes to me in your home, you are also saying yes to me in every other part of your life. What begins in your bedroom, in your personal space, reaches into your mind and thoughts. What you clear from your living space starts to loosen the hold on your emotions. There is a strong, divine connection between your environment and your spirit, and I am calling both of them back into alignment with one another. You have probably noticed certain cycles in your life: anger that comes for no clear reason, arguments that seem to appear out of nowhere, and an emptiness inside you that you cannot explain. These things are not just a normal part of life. They are signs that the enemy has been allowed to stay in your space and influence you. But that permission ends the moment you say, "Jesus, take over." You are not helpless. You are not surrounded by darkness without hope. You are chosen, and because you are chosen, you have been given power. Power to change the atmosphere around you. Power to speak peace into your home and your life. Power to drive out darkness and negativity. I placed that authority inside you the moment you said yes to me. If you feel a change happening as you read this, please comment 1-1 as a sign of your faith and declaration that you believe. What you do in the next few days will matter more than you realize. The things you decide to remove from your space, the words you stop speaking over yourself and your life, the music and shows you choose to stop listening to and watching. The objects you decide to get rid of, these are not just simple acts of discipline. They are acts of spiritual war. Every time you say no to what is not from me, the atmosphere around you shifts. Angels are sent out to protect you and your home. Peace flows in to replace the confusion. The enemy loses ground, and you start to feel lighter, freer, and more at peace. That is what I want for you, to feel light again, to breathe deeply without the tension and tightness that has weighed on you for so long. I want you to sit in your home and feel joy that stays, joy that does not disappear after an hour or a day. You might be wondering,